Starting off here making our marinade, we are using boneless, skinless chicken thighs, as I like those the best. You can use chicken breast if you want to, just be careful not to overcook it. It's less forgiving in that category, I think. When you're cooking thighs, it's pretty hard to overcook them. So I have my dish here that I'm going to marinate in. You could also use a Ziploc bag, that's up to you. So we're going to take some olive oil, and this is about 1/4 cup, and you can get, and to that we're going to add some zest. Now I'm going to add the zest and some juice, lemon juice here, to this mixture so that it's much easier to zest first and then juice second. So don't do it the other way around, it's harder. So just go around, just get the oils. You don't want to go too deep into the skin, and make sure you use organic if you can get it, because it's just better for you, less chemicals on your lemon. All right, once you get all the zest in there, give a little roll to your lemon to kind of release some of those juices. And then I'm going to cut it in half and squeeze it in there. Now, if you get any seeds in there, just fish them out. In this case, it was the stem. And I like to just mix this up a little bit. Now we'll place the chicken in the marinade so far at this point. Oops, a little splatter. Toss it to coat. Now you can see that these thighs are, they kind of open up a little bit because they took the bone out, and they lay pretty flat on the grill when you grill them, so they don't take very long to cook up. So from here, I like to just add by hand some salt, some pepper, and I'm using powdered garlic here. You can use fresh if you want, but I think the powder is easy and it works just as well. And I have some oregano, and I'm using dried oregano in this, and if you want to use fresh, go ahead, but you'll have to add more because it's less powerful than the dried. So I like to just sprinkle this right on top of the meat, and I'm going to do the same thing on the second side. Now we're going to take some fresh basil, my favorite herb. We're going to stack the leaves, and then we're going to roll them, and then we'll slice them up and chop it up nice and small. And then we'll just sprinkle this right over the top of our chicken. Now I'm going to toss that chicken again, turn it over, and I'm going to season the second side. Here goes our salt, oregano, and garlic powder and pepper. Toss the chicken one more time, and then we'll cover it with saran wrap and place it in the refrigerator. Have the grill on medium heat, and now I'll just place the chicken right on the grill. I'm going to cook thighs to an internal temperature of about 160 to 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to turn them after about 4 or 5 minutes. You want to make sure your grill is high enough in temperature, medium high, so that you get those beautiful grill marks on your chicken. After another 4 minutes or so, I'm going to check the temperature, the internal temperature here with my instant read thermometer, and these made it up to about 165, so I'm going to pull them off. Delicious chicken. I can tell you the smells are amazing.
Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this tasty chicken stew. So if you're using the kienyeji chicken, which is a bit tough, you can boil your chicken and then deep fry it separately. But since this cooks quite fast, I'm just going to shallow fry them in my pan. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil and put in my chicken thighs. So as they shallow fry, I will go ahead and show you the spices that I'll be using. I will also list them on the description box down below. So now that my chicken is ready, I'm going to set them aside. Then add in your onions and fry them until they are translucent. Once that is almost done, I'm going to add in the garlic and ginger paste and fry them as well. So once that is done, add in your pureed tomatoes or chopped tomatoes, and once they are well cooked, go ahead to add in your green bell peppers and let them cook as well for a few minutes. Next, go ahead to add in your spices and let them cook as well for about a minute. Now that that is done, go ahead to add in your chicken pieces and go ahead as well to add a little bit of water to make the sauce, and let it just simmer real slow for a few minutes as well, because this chicken is already ready. So I'm not going to cook it for so long. It's just to soak in the flavor from the sauce, and it will be ready to serve. So as you can see, I've put very little water. I do not like my stew to be runny. It has to be slightly on the thicker side, but it's all about preference. So now that the water is there, I'll let it simmer and I'll show you the next step. So now the chicken is well cooked. Finally add your coriander leaves and it's ready to serve.